Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We're discussing the hadith of Hazrat Ka'b bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu and two other Sahaba who stayed behind from the battle of Tabuk. And Hazrat Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala anhu mentioned in detail his reason. He had no valid reason for remaining behind from the battle of Tabuk. And finally the time came when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam now came to Madinatul Munawwara. When he came to Madinatul Munawwara, Hazrat Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala thought to himself that I will just make up some excuse like how the Munafiqeen made up excuses, and I will get away from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But when actually he came before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah ta'ala put it in his heart and he spoke the truth. So after speaking the truth, many people told him that if you just made an excuse, the istighfar of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would have sufficed you. That would have been sufficient for you. So further he mentions over here, قال والله ما زالوا يؤنبوني حتى أردت أن أرجع إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فأكذب نفسي. He says that, Wallah, I take a qasam in the name of Allah. These people, they continuously rebuke me until I intended that let me return to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I falsified myself. So these people continuously told Hazrat Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala, why didn't you present an excuse to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You would have also got away. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would have made istighfar for you. So your matter would have been sorted out. So he said, finally this thought came to my mind, let me go back and I'll say what I spoke to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a lie. ثم قلت لهم, then I said to them, هل لقي هذا معي من أحد? Did anyone meet the same fate that I have met? قالوا نعم. So Sahaba said, yes, you are not the only one. There are others also. لقيه معك رجلان. That two men that are with you, they have met the same fate as you have met. قال مثل ما قلت. The two of them have said as you have said, meaning they have also spoken the truth, that they also didn't have a valid excuse to remain behind from the battle of Tabuk. وَقِيلَ لَهُمَا مِثْلَ مَا قِيلَ لَكَ. And it was said to the two of them as it was said to you. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala that now you must wait until Allah ta'ala decides your matter. So the same answer that was given to you, that's the same answer that was given to them as well. قال, he says, قُلْتُ مَنْ هُوَ? I asked that who are these two people? قالوا, the Sahaba said, مرارة بن ربيع العمري وهلال بن أمية الواقفي. These are Murara bin Rabi al-Amri and Hilal bin Umayyah al-Waqifi. قال فذكروا لي رجلين صالحين قد شهدا بدرا فيهما أسوة. Hazrat Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala said, they mentioned to me two such people that were righteous people. These people participated in the battle of Badr, and in the two of them is an example, meaning these are two role models. They are not just ordinary people, these are great Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. قال فمضيت حتى ذكروهما لي. He says that then I continued until they mentioned the two of them to me. When they said that these are the two Sahaba that also remain behind and they have met the same fate as you, I continued. I didn't go back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَنَهَا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم أَنْ كَلَامِنَا أَيُّهَا الثَّلَاثَةِ مِنْ بَيْنِ مَنْ تَخَلَّفَ عَنْهُ. From amongst those people that remain behind, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam prohibited from speaking to us three people, meaning all those that remain behind, from all of them, only three of us, the Sahaba, were prohibited from speaking to any one of us. So here, so to say, that a boycott had started, that nobody is allowed to speak to these three Sahaba. أو قال تغيروا لنا. Or he said that their attitude has now changed towards us. The people's attitude had changed toward the three of them. حتى تنكرت لي في نفسي الأرض. To such an extent that the earth seemed completely changed to me. فما هي بالأرض التي أعرف. This was not the earth that I recognized before this. فَلَبِثْنَا عَلَى ذَلِكَ خَمْسِينَ لَيْلَةً. We remained in this manner for 50 days. 50 days there was a boycott. Nobody was talking to us for 50 days. فَأَمَّا صَاحِبَايَ فَاسْتَكَانَا وَقَعَدَا فِي بُيُوتِهِمَا يَبْكِيَانِ. He said, as for my two companions, as Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala says, my two companions, Murara bin Rabi and Hilal bin Umayyah radiallahu anhuma, he says they were embarrassed. They remained in their house crying. They never even come out of their home, that nobody wants to talk to them in Medina Sharif. وَأَمَّا أَنَا فَكُنْتُ أَشَبَّ الْقَوْمِ وَأَجْلَدَهُمْ. As for me, I was the young man of the nation, and I was a stronger one from amongst them. فَكُنْتُ أَخْرُجُ فَأَشْهَدُ الصَّلَاةَ مَعَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. I used to come out. I used to be present for salah with the Muslimin. وأطوف في الأسواق ولا يكلمني أحد. I used to walk around in the marketplace, but nobody will speak to me. وآتي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فأسلم عليه وهو في مجلسه بعد الصلاة. To the extent that I would even come to Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, I will make salam to Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم whilst he was in his place of sitting after namaz. فأقول في نفسي, I would say to myself, هل حرك شفتيه برد السلام أم لا? Did Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam move his lips giving jawab and replying to my salam? Or Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't even reply. ثم أصلي قريبا منه وأسارقه النذر. I would then perform salam close to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I will steal a glance at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam even looking at me or not. فإذا أقبلت على صلاتي نظر إلي. When I would commence my salah, then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam would look at me. وإذا التفت نحوه أعرض عني. And when I will turn in the direction of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, أعرض عني, he would turn away from me. حتى إذا طال ذلك علي من جفوة المسلمين مشيت حتى تصورت جدار حائط أبي قتادة. He said, until this boycott became, the boycott of the Muslimin became very lengthy upon me, then I walked until I climbed the wall of the garden of Abu Qatada radiallahu ta'ala an. وَهُوَ ibn ammi. Abu Qatada radiallahu ta'ala was my uncle's son, he was my cousin. وَأَحَبُّ النَّاسِ إِلَيَّ, and he was the most beloved of people to me. فَسَلَّمْتُ عَلَيْهِ, I made salam to Abu Qatada radiallahu ta'ala, my cousin. فَوَاللَّهِ مَا رَدَّ عَلَيَّ السَّلَامِ. Allah's qasam, he didn't even reply to my salam. فَقُلْتُ لَهُ, I said to him, Ya Aba Qatada, O Aba Qatada, Anshuduka billah, hal ta'lamuni uhibbullah wa rasulah. I said to him, O Abu Qatada, I give you the name of Allah, that don't you know that I love Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Fasakata, he kept quiet. Fa'udtu fanashadtuhu, I repeated it and I gave him Allah's name. Fasakata, he kept quiet. Fa'udtu fanashadtuhu, I repeated myself, I gave him Allah's name. Faqal Allahu wa rasuluhu alam, he said Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam know best. We will continue.